Coming up in all angles, Nadine Sutherland.
I won Tasty Talent Contest in 1979. I'm the first winner, actually.
40 years in music and still full of action. And Sakina Odeer, multi-talented, drama.
And the pronunciation about you? You know, sister, your jaw take time swell like gumbo.
TV. And now singing us proud. Edition of All Angles. I'm Dion Jackson-Milland. As always, welcome to our viewers on onespotmedia.com. Okay, so Nadine is here. She's standing by. She'll be coming on in a little while, but in this segment we talk to Sakina. Thank you so much. It's so great to have you.
Oh, thank you for having me. I almost felt like I should be the one saying, well, thank you for watching on One Spot Media.
I know, right? So tell me something though, because when people realized you were a finalist in this song competition, festival song competition, people were, wait, Sakina can't sing. But in fact, you started singing from musical theatre, Jamaica musical theatre.
Yes, I actually started singing with Father Holang and Friends when I was a teen in high school.
Yeah.
And that journey was I never thought it would end up here. Let's just put it that way. But that was like a part of a character, a part of a show. It wasn't me on stage by myself. So it was totally different to this.
So was it something you always wanted to do, take center stage yourself?
No, definitely not. I personally like being a part of a group. I like an ensemble. I like having people around me because it kind of gives us this cushion. You know, a team to help you. So if you mess up, somebody's there to help you out. When it's
you're not the only one in the spotlight.
Right. When it's you alone, boom, there in the headlights, pun intended. It's kind of rough.
So what brought you to that then? What brought you to the point of, okay, let me enter the festival song?
Well, I have a lot of alone time. I had a lot of alone time during the whole Corona saga because I had severe anxiety when it all started.
Really?
So I kind of just locked in. Yeah,
okay.
Man. I went in. I didn't come out of my house. I didn't allow my daughter outside. I kind of, I kind of went a little COVID
You're watching
crazy.
what was happening all over the world. And
yes,
getting
I think
terrified.
I had too much information, an overload of it. And so I literally went on lockdown. And my manager at the time suggested, why don't you do this song of the day thing? You can pick a song, any song, and just sing it. Do something to keep your creative juices flowing. So I started doing that, and I got so much encouragement. I mean...
That was the Instagram.
Yes. And Romaine reached out, and Tessan reached out, and they were like, wow, keep going. And I was just like, okay. And then a friend of mine said, see, festival coming up, go and go enter it. I was like... No. He said, go ahead, man, go on. And so I spoke to somebody else, and then I spoke to John Williams, and he just worked magic. And he had music, and then we fit the lines, and then the lines to fit me, and we added and we subtracted, and there it was.
What is festival song in COVID now, which is a whole different thing. So you don't get the going around the island and, all the different shows and whatever. Well, it's the first time you've entered, so you wouldn't have known the difference. But did you feel constrained by how it ended up, how it turned out?
Actually, I felt probably this was the best thing that could have happened for me because at least I didn't have to go out there. I mean, once you put yourself out there in the public eye, you become a point to be criticized. You open yourself up to criticism. And of course, I've heard the good, I've heard the bad, but people tend to hide behind social media and do that. When I stand up in front of everybody, them can't shout it and you're going to hear it. Yeah. So maybe I think this was a good way for me to segue in a soft entry.
Okay, and coming in third, not bad.
Nice. I was ecstatic. You'd think I did win. Ask them, I sit down outside in the hallway like, oh my God.
You were crying for real?
I did. It was a shock.
You didn't expect to place top three?
I didn't expect for my name to be called at all because normally they announce the winner and you don't hear anything about second or third. So to hear my name at all, it was fantastic.
But I'm listening to you talk about what sounds like a kind of shyness, but you're in drama.
Yeah.
So you're on stage and you're putting yourself out there because, some of the stuff, and you've been in some really prominent plays, you've been in Sprint and so on. So how does that work with this kind of shy vibe you're giving off?
People don't understand that extroverts can be introverted. And it's funny because when I go out and I step on a stage, who goes out there is not Sakina. It's not me. It has a whole person that's been constructed from the ground up. So that's a character that steps out there. It's not me. And as I said, I don't open myself up to that kind of criticism. Them cuss the character. Them think the character is a terrible person. But that's the character. It's not me. And so when I have my alone time and I'm by myself, most times I prefer to be alone.
Okay, so I get that an extrovert can be an introvert, but how does an introvert get up and say, I want to do drama, I want to do TV, I want to do singing, I want to perform, be a performance artist?
I never once got up and said I wanted to do any of that. I wanted to be a medical doctor. That's what I wanted to do. And my path, I think, was designed and I was just dropped at the beginning of each one and said, go along this way. I fell into each of these things. It's like I bought my tongue in each one. And it's been an amazing journey. How long came about because I used to sing in church. And singing in church was a totally different story from this kind of thing. And then being on stage led to being in commercial theater, which then just blossomed into bigger and bigger. And then, boom, commercial theater landed me in TV. So it wasn't something that I said, okay, I'm setting out to do this. It's
not a 10-year plan or a vision board.
Not at all. My vision board right now has something to do with meeting Viola Davis and going to Hollywood, but it definitely wasn't.
Okay, so but it sounds then you're clearly somebody who is very open to opportunities as they arrive.
Definitely.
So you don't say no when something comes up then?
Not unless it goes against what I believe in or my principles, or it's something that I figure that like 10 years down the line, Sonia, I'm not going to be able to look at it and be okay with it, you know? So no, I don't close myself off at all, especially right now. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
But have you ever said yes to something that scared you silly? That you said, how am I going to do that? But say yes first and figure it out after.
This.
Like what?
This was that.
Radio? TV?
No, not TV. The whole festival song competition. Okay. Because when I found out that the song had made the top 10, I lost it. I was like, oh, God. My first performance on the Digicel Unplugged, look here now, man. I woke up the morning. I had tummy trouble. I was almost ready to throw up before I went on the stage. I stopped to pee. I turned back. I'm like, okay, I need to use the bathroom. My knees are like, it was jelly. It was insane. Before every opening night of every performance.
So do you
sick.
Do you have your own rituals or your own coping strategies? How do you get from that now to actually being on stage and doing the thing? How do you do it?
For theater, it's become something that I've gotten accustomed to. So I've made a way for myself in terms of I have different music that I listen to before each show that gets me into the mood.
Mm-hmm. What do you listen to?
It depends on the show.
Okay.
So like if this, like when we were doing Romeo and Julie, she had a little dancehall vibe to her, so I'd be like, nice little dance. Playlist, and then I went outside and I'd go and dance by myself, and you know.
Sounds like getting you into character.
Yes, definitely, and that is how when I become a character, I don't necessarily have the nerves that much.
Okay, so TV now. Do you like TV?
I love it.
Why?
I don't know. It gives me an opportunity to not have to go in front of people to do the entertainment.
But being in front of people.
But being in front of people.
Okay. But there's some people who are far more scared of the camera than real people.
Well, I tell you, the day that I came here for that audition, I was just as scared as a camera as I was of being in front of people. But I had people like Simone and Neville who were instrumental in making me feel so comfortable in here that it just became like second nature, and that it makes me happy now.
Yeah. So how do you, you and your co-host, tell me a little bit about the vibe, because on cam you look so comfortable.
Funny enough,
you're an extra.
All of the people who always telling me that I must leave Extal alone, I'm going to say it now. I don't trouble Extal. Extal trouble me, and then when the camera come on, it's me doing the bad things, right?
Okay.
Just tell you from now. But he just came right in, because initially I was with Adrian. Adrian was here with us,
yes.
And then Adrian went away.
Yes.
And Dwayne just entered seamlessly. It was like a seamless transition. He came in and everything just kind of meshed.
So what we're seeing on cam isn't fake?
No, Definitely not. All of the trouble, all of the laughing, it happens off cam, and he's become such a good friend to me. He supports the shows. He's there. He's in the video for the song. All I had to do was, hey, I need you, and he was there. You know. So we have a friendship outside of just hosting. So it's easy.
Yeah. We're going to be bringing on Nadine in a little while, and then, as I said, the two of you are going to be coming on together. How do you see her as someone in the industry?
Well, first and foremost, she and my mother could pass for sisters. So it's insane. It's uncanny the way how they look alike. And of course, she was instrumental in setting the way for a lot of female artists who are to come. I love her vibe. She's never been untrue to herself, which is something that I find is a struggle for artists when they get in, to find a way, to find a path and stick to it, to know who they are and keep to that. And so I admire her for that. We were just talking, and she's just amazing. Her vibe, her energy is wonderful. So yeah, man, if me can truck behind her, I would like that.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break. We're going to talk to Nadine, and then we'll bring back Sakina and have the two of them on set together. So looking forward to that. So stay tuned. Remember our hashtag, it's TVJ, all angles, soon come.